What's going on, Mayhem Fitness? Day one of our 5-week foliage ride we're going to do for October for the on the biking down through Dover and Westwood. Not very exciting today. It's very green. It's like 70 degrees out, so it's October 2nd. But we are going to do this the next 5 weeks. It was been a little chilly this morning. I didn't ride because it was like in the 40s. But now it's a perfect time to go out for a ride, so we'll go out and share that with you. We'll do this for the next 5 weeks, and we hope to come back and show you the difference we have. It's going to be a nice little stretch. We're not going to do the full length of the ride in the video. We're going to do this little stretch of road that's like 4 or 5 miles long that we'll share the foliage each week and how it progresses going forward. So I know we had a lot of fun with this last year. I hope you enjoyed it this year, and we'll talk to you a little bit as we go.
All right, so this is going to be our ride the next 5 weeks. It is very green still today. Nothing has changed over really. That's okay. We got a warm September and a very rainy season, so everything's still green, including my lawn, which is never green this far into the year. So we're okay with that. What we want to do is share with you how this progresses until we get into the last week of October, which will take us into October 30th. So that's 5 weeks from now. So we'll see how the road changes, the change in the foliage. Today I'm out here riding in a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. It's in the 70s. It is phenomenal weather, and I am enjoying it very, very much. This is one of my new roads that I've done recently. We found this, I've known about this road, but I haven't thought about biking it. We went apple picking down here 2 weeks ago. I had a vacation, and my wife and I on a Monday came down, and it was just a really nice ride. We had the Jeep with the top down, and I enjoyed it very much. So I said, I want to think about biking this a little bit and see how it is. So it's just really pretty. As you can see, as we progress through the ride, when we get a little bit further up, we come up to a little bit like campground area, trees on both sides, really pretty. It's just a nice quiet road. Even though it's a main road, still relatively not too bad for traffic. It is a little bit of a pain in the ass to turn around when we get done, but it's not too bad. So I don't know if that guy was on an electric bike or not, but if he wasn't, good for him, because he was flying up that hill. So good for him, because I ain't got that in me, and I think I'm a pretty good rider. But yeah, so this is Hartford Street, goes between Westwood and Dover. We have apple farm right down through. I think it was in Millis. So again, nice little area. But again, just a nice easy ride. Like sharing with you. Haven't done this road before, so wanted to share. I'm going to turn the camera off for just a couple minutes. When we get to the end part of this road, where it's a little bit more wooded, I'll turn it back on. So talk to you in just a few. So we're back in the more wooded area. I'll leave the camera on here for the next little bit. Again, you can see lots of green, lots of trees on both sides. So when the weather does change and the leaves, you should get a beautiful view here. We got a lot of speed here too. I always forget there's a four-way intersection here though, which sucks because you get really good speed. I hate giving it up. But I also don't want to get smashed here. So come up around the corner here of this hill, You can see there's a little bit of color change on a couple other trees here. We got some reds and some light yellows. Again, nothing earth-shattering, still mainly green. But I can see a little bit of color change here. Like I said, I expect very soon, the next, by the end of this ride, again, if we don't have any bad storms like we did last year with the wind and the rain, that took all the leaves away. We should have a lot of color. Actually, on the left here, actually really pretty color. So that's really nice. So yeah, some good change on that side. So we're starting to see some here. And you see what I mean? This is a fairly busy road, but not a ton of traffic. It's a really nice ride. This is kind of replaced my other 12-mile loop that I did. This is about 12 miles, and it's about the same thing. It takes me anywhere from 50 minutes to an hour, depending on traffic and what I hit for the lights. Got to navigate this one. So we'll average 14 and a half miles an hour usually on this ride. So it's always a lot of fun. Benefit of clipless pedals, where you take it from the up and the down. When I ride on my bike at home and the pellets on, I average 4 or 5 more miles an hour, so getting the benefit of the up and down. I just don't trust the clipless on the road. I just don't feel safe with it. But it's also good to have something in front of me, because then it motivates me to not be a lazy ass when I'm riding and just cruise around. Alright, so yeah, the Rocky Woods camp area. So that is week 1 in the books. Thanks for checking it out. Look forward to sharing week 2 with you.
We're finishing up our video today. So I told you I had some issues this month. I wasn't able to shoot every week, but I am going to go shoot today. It's October 24th, so we're about 4 weeks from our first video. We're going to go back and shoot the foliage today. It should be very pretty. Most of the trees right now are starting to turn. There's still got some green, so very interested in sharing that with you. We'll get on the bike. We'll share that ride down in Dover that we were, down at the end of Westwood, and show you some really cool footage, and we'll come back and share that foliage ride with you. I hope you enjoy. I know we did it last year and we had a lot of fun with it, so sorry we weren't able to do it every week this year. We had a little issue with the leg that kind of changed that, but I do look forward to sharing some of this content with you.
Alright everybody, so we're over here on that same road we rode last time, over between Westwood and like Dover. This is like a 5-mile ride, this road. This is pretty good. You can see on some of the trees, we've got good color. Some are still pretty green. It's been a very warm October in Massachusetts. It's cold today. It's under 50 right now on my ride, so I'm actually very chilly, but the rest of the rides have been really warm. Now, we haven't had a ton of crazy rain or wind, so there's a lot to still come down. I'm thinking as we get closer to the other end of the road here, we'll see some more color. That's what I'm hoping anyway, right? I think last year when we did this, by the time we got to the end, we had lost all the leaves because of all the wind and rain we had, and we're supposed to get a lot of rain this week, so that's why I want to go out and shoot it. Tuesday is potentially going to be a pretty good storm, and usually what will happen for us is we'll start to get some of that color change, and that next big rain and windstorm will just wipe out everything. So I'm gonna shoot this for the next minute or two, and then I'll shut it off, and we'll go back and get some more footage towards the end. So. time for a new chain. We've done a lot of hills, so a lot of stretching on that chain. Definitely it's time for a new one in this off season here. Some nice color up here. This is pretty. Alright, we're going to turn it off for just a minute, and then we'll come back and get down a little further and go back down forward. Alright, everybody. We're heading up to the more woody side. There's like a little campground area, so we'll shoot the next, few minutes for you. See what we get over here for some color. It is a nice day. It's just cold. But beautiful sunny day. Nice day for a ride. It's one of those weird things though when I'm hot and cold at the same time, which I hate. I'm not a fan of the cold, so anyone who's watching the channel for a while knows I'm not an outdoor guy in the winter. I still hike and bike when I can, but I love the Peloton and my treadmill for that reason, which in the summertime I would prefer not to do as much. So yeah, we're going to show you a little bit more here. Once we get up around this corner, we get into a pretty good area. We get to a pretty fast downhill too, so probably won't talk too much. We're going to probably be able to talk to here with the wind. So that's the plan. We'll shoot another few minutes for you, and then we'll show you how everything wraps up. Alright, we got that nice downhill I was telling you about, so shoot this and hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad. A nice clearing up here that had pretty good coverage or color last time I was up here. I think we'll probably see a little bit up here more, maybe on some of the other roads. I don't know if it's because they get more direct sun or it's more open to the elements, but it should be pretty cool. And you can see here, a lot of the leaves are down, but what is here, that's definitely got those oranges and reds that we're looking for. And then we get over the top of the hill here, this little hill, and you can see a lot more color down here. This is an interesting area. We tend to be somewhat low, so that's why a lot of my rides have a lot of elevation. So we get a lot of fog, and we'll tend to get colder here. We had 32 last night, so first night this fall we got into freezing. So I think some of that probably helped a little bit down here too. There's a little bit more of a valley. Again, you can see up here on the right a lot more color than we had just a few weeks ago. So that little campground area we saw last time when we were here, which I didn't even know was here. My wife and I talked about maybe trying to go up here and doing something sometime. It's always kind of neat. I want to get the mountain bike up here and ride through a little bit and get some gauge of how those roads are. I'm gonna try to do that next month or so before I have to go in for my surgery in December. I won't be able to do any biking, so I want to try to get as much in as I can when the weather's good the next few weeks. All this week is supposed to rain, starting tomorrow all the way through Saturday of next week, I think. We're just hoping it doesn't rain on Halloween for the kids, so yeah. So that's it, guys and girls. That's our fall foliage ride. One of my favorite rides of the year. Again, sorry I wasn't able to get more weeks of footage for you. Running into that little bit of a personal thing with the leg. But I'm happy to share this with you, and I hope you enjoyed the rides. Everyone seems to enjoy the bike rides quite a bit on the channel, so we'll try to get as many more as we can. I was hoping maybe to do a winter ride in some snow, so we'll see how the leg is after December and how soon I can get back into it. But if we can get maybe something on the mountain bike and get out some light snow, I think that'd be a lot of fun too. So thank you for checking out the channel. We appreciate all of you. If you haven't done so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. We have all kinds of videos. We have weekly fitness motivation videos. We've got cooking, we've got workouts. So we'll also kind of walk through soon with our rehab and what that looks like. So, you know, we're happy to share all that with you. And thank you for checking us out, and we'll talk to everybody soon.